Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're just going to play Star Trek Bridge Crew. Today I'd like to just play the game, have some fun, and talk about what I'd love to see in Star Trek Bridge Crew 2, assuming one is ever made. It needs to happen. Anyway, so you can find this Star Trek Bridge Crew core game on Steam for about $25 or so. There is a next generation DLC that you can purchase as well. Typically they're on sale because the game is older and no longer supported. In fact, they took stuff away from it. For example, the game used to have like this in-game voice command thing where you could actually talk into your microphone, shields up, or whatever, and the computer would respond to you. It didn't always work right, but at least it was there. And now they took that away. As far as like online stuff, I just checked out the quick match option. And yeah, some random just popped in. This poor guy was probably sitting there for 10 years waiting for someone to play with. Anyway, I just Alt F4'd and you know me, I don't play with other people very much. Anyway, so we're just going to have some fun and play. There's custom lobby, solo adventure, training if you want to do that. You can also change your avatar. I haven't checked mine in years. Okay, so that's what I have. I want to be Vulcan probably. I can be Android too. Oh, look at that. That's cool. And there's not a whole lot of selection, to be honest with you. There's like, yeah, two Vulcan head types, really. That's it. That's all there is. I want a beard, but I also want longer hair. Like, I want the Beatles anyway. I guess that's fine. What's next? Features. Okay. It's weird that some features go up and down depending on what you're doing here, but I guess that's fine. Intensity of hair color, because, you know, video games. Is there like a old man white? I guess not. We'll just do black. That's fine. Eye color. That's great. All right. Blue eyes. Nurse Chapel would be pleased. Age. So the younger you are, the more you look like a... Those ears. The younger you get, the more you look like a Ferengi, apparently. All right. Physique. All right, well, let's just save. Worth mentioning, OBS will not capture this either in game capture and windowed capture, so I'm using full screen. You may see like bars on top or something. I apologize for that. Okay, so yeah, right now I'm Lieutenant Commander rank. That really doesn't seem to do very much. In terms of, like, you're not unlocking any new ships or anything like that. I'm just earning a rank. I'm guessing it's for bragging rights, but don't quote me on it. I haven't really noticed any sort of skill tree or any reason. We're going to do a solo adventure today. The DLC is enabled, so we may see some next-generation stuff. Even if you play without the next-generation ship, you may still see the Borg pop up from time to time. Oh, you're just screwed at that point. Anyway, it's completely unfair and unbalanced, but the Borg are the Borg. So, if you're playing alone, you're going to play as the captain, but you can switch stations. If you're playing multiplayer, typically you have a role assigned to you. There's 4, Captain, Helm, Tactical, and Engineering, and they each have their own stations, and they adjust power settings, and the pilot will fly the ship. There's campaign missions, there's tutorial, and then there's like 5 missions and Kobayashi Maru. That's it. Like, it's super short. And you can't even play Original Enterprise or Next Generation with these missions. If you click on Ongoing Voyages, this is like a random mission generator. That's like where you can select Original Enterprise skin or Next Generation. And there's actually like a slight difference in the way they look and behave. And like there's more like repair crews on the Enterprise D, I think. But I'll stick with the Aegis for now, or Aegis. But there's defend missions, recover missions, rescue missions, research missions, Borg resistance. Good luck with that. Patrol. Let's go to the patrol, and we'll just hit launch. For the record, I suck. So I just have fun just messing around and seeing what I can get away with. These sessions typically last around 20-ish minutes. Shorter if you know what you're doing, or shorter if you don't know what you're doing. The problem...
Captain's log supplemental. Starfleet has sent us back into the trench with orders to patrol and respond to local requests. Our posture is friendly, and we are standing by to offer assistance as needed, but I've also placed the crew on alert, just in case.
Again, random mission generator. So if you don't know what you're doing, you can die very quickly, especially when you're playing solo.
Being hailed, Captain.
There's buttons everywhere. Buttons everywhere.
This is Dr. Shear of the Federation Science Council. I requested Starfleet assign me the best to help with my research into the unique nature of the trench. Your reputation precedes you, and I have high expectations. Don't let me down.
Okay, so on your armchair...
Starfleet confirms we're officially the hired help.
Thank you. On your armchair as captain, you can...
your panel now, Captain.
Objectives, which is what I just clicked on, and I can actually select an objective, and I can see on the right-hand side what I'm supposed to do. This does support VR. I don't own a VR device, so I don't know if it still works. Status, you've got hull, shields, torpedoes. A word of warning, hull can never be repaired. If it can, it's probably like mission-specific, but I have never been able to repair my hull, which is an awful shame. I mean, how can you have a game like this and not have a way to repair your hull? And some of you might be going, well, Vince, in space you can repair your hull. And you know what happened in Star Trek, right? I'm just saying, Star Trek Enterprise. You know how many times Archer's ship got beat up? They had no shields, so their hull plating was constantly getting destroyed. Many times they had to go to space dock or whatever mid-show and repair or something. So, like, I don't see why you couldn't take the time to do that in this anyway. You have limited torpedoes. There's no way to rearm either. So, like, I vaguely remember a DOS Star Trek versus Klingons game. You could actually repair and rearm. That was a DOS text adventure game. It was an 8x8 grid or whatever it was, and you go around shooting Klingons. You could rearm and repair there, but you can't here? Really? Anyway, power grid, phaser range, shield level, engine power. You can tell your engineer to swap power as you need to. Other buttons, let's see. Answer hail, it's nothing. Red alert is that button there. On the left, view screen, I can change the view screen. Alright, well, I can't do any of these yet. Navigation, I can put the heading and speed up there if I want to. Let's see, warp. This is where I can, like, warp to different areas. I'll just click on that. Toth, for example. Anything with an exclamation point is a mission critical thing. Impulse is maneuvering within your system, and local is just immediately around you. Okay? And then you get into the different stations. Like, the middle one is crew-wide orders, prepare warp, reduce signature. I want to prepare warp.
Hi.
Initializing warp protocols. Adjusting power.
On the right-hand side is tactical,
Lining up for warp vector.
and you can raise shields, target subsystems, scan targets from there. You can even jump into it. You can even jump into it here, and you can play with the transporter, there's system intrusion, and you can manually shoot phasers and do things from here. Again, if you're playing multiplayer, one person will be dedicated to doing stuff like this. Backspace to back out of that, then there's the helm to the left. You can set speed, full stop.
While charge is about to dissipate.
What? What did I miss? I don't know what's going on. I'm going to put on red alert until they shut up. Okay, so on the left.
Coils discharged.
Alright, so on the helm, again, this is what the helm looks like. You can maneuver the ship manually from here. Up, down, left, right, typically. And you can also adjust the speed. Depending on what DLC you have, like if you have the next gen DLC and you're using the Galaxy class, this will be different. This will look different. Also, the original Enterprise buttons will look different. All of those are like dials and stuff, which are harder to read. So it's actually more challenging to fly the original Enterprise because you don't have these nice looking consoles here. Anyway, let's go back out of that, and then there's the engineering station over here. You can tell them powered engines, balance power, repair systems, or you can take over. And from here, you can adjust power settings. It's very limited. I don't see any emergency power or anything like that. I can turn this display on or off by just clicking and dragging. I can repair things from here, but again, not hull.
New contact, one enemy vessel.
Okay, hold on a minute. I gotta deal with that. Let's see.
Captain, we're being hailed.
It's a D5 cruiser.
You are the best the Federation has to offer.
Staying with them.
Alright, so I'm analyzing the target. I can hit spacebar to switch to like an open view like this.
Shields 50%.
sending new data to your panel, Captain.
On the left-hand side, you can see shields, hull, assuming I stop swiveling. I'm going to tell her power to shields.
Aye. Prioritizing power to shields.
I'm also going to turn my...
Vessel closing in.
I'm going to turn my torpedoes off, actually, because I don't want... Oh, they're already off. Okay. Cool. Are they retreating? Where are you going? The helm is so drunk.
Yes, Captain.
Let's balance power.
Power
If we
allocation.
take power away from engines, then typically... Oh, come on.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Approach target.
Following the target.
And then engage.
You got it. Changing target.
Now, what's cool is that if you actually, like, impulse or warp away, they sometimes will follow you.
5%.
Seriously? This guy is useless. Just turn the ship. Okay, I may have to do this manually. Alright, take over. I'm going to reduce speed. Don't want to run into that asteroid.
Enemy retreating.
I swear, the bots in this game are awful.
Hostile destroyed.
Thank you. Alright. Tom Paris had to be evicted from the helm there for a second. Alright, so anyway, let's go ahead and set our course again to where we were trying to go. You can also reduce signature, which is interesting. It doesn't cloak you, but, like, it'll lower your noticeability. Like, if you look on the bottom left of this window here, it says detectable at, and then there's some bars. Depending on how much power you're giving out, you'll be detectable at certain ranges, which is kind of cool. Right now, it's 10 kilometers. There may be a way to manually adjust that, I don't know. Probably at the engineering station. But anyway, getting back to the mission at hand. Alright, so let's go to the Toth system. And prepare warp.
Preparing for warp.
And the engineer will
Course laid in.
allocate as needed,
We're on
and
deck for
then
warp.
get ready. Warp. I don't get to say engage, unfortunately, or make it so...
Aye, understood.
It's a shame. I feel like this is half a game. It needs to be so much more than what it is. Okay, so what am I doing here? Looks like some kind of ship.
I would like an opportunity to analyze plasma samples from this system when possible. I have located and marked an acceptable source on the map. I will update your panel, Captain.
Travel to core proximity in the Nebula core region? Alright, let's check impulse. Yep, so I have to go there on impulse. Okay. Or not.
Calculating travel vector.
Aye, aye.
Powering engines.
Warp and impulse are the same exact thing, except impulse is in solar system. But it's you actually go very fast, like you'll see in a moment. It looks like warp.
Aye, Captain.
And you can't do anything from here. If you look closely on the left-hand side of the screen, the bottom left, you can actually see the little Starfleet insignia icon traveling toward the Nebula core along that yellow dotted line. That's cool. Like, this game, like, it could have been so well done. It's just, I feel like, it's like Ubisoft decided, you know what, let's just drop the ball and not care about it anymore. At least I think it was Ubisoft. Ugh. There needs to be a Star Trek Bridge Crew 2 is what I'm saying. Bridge Commander, for whatever reason, like, I can get it to work on GOG, and it's so good.
Their sensors.
Alright, well, there's some happening here.
New contact. One hostile.
Warning.
Entering anomaly.
Environmental hazard detected.
Okay. Engage target.
Target
Following the
selected.
target.
Scanning. Shields raised. Arming torpedoes.
Why aren't the shields up?
I am updating your panel, Captain.
Shields are down.
Probably some kind of... Oh, there it is, finally.
Damaged.
Wow. This pilot is awful. Come on. Oh, torpedoes are armed, really? Disarm.
Aye aye. Torpedoes
We don't need to...
disarmed.
Again, with no way
Exiting
to...
anomaly.
with no way to replenish torpedoes or hull, this game can get very frustrating very quickly. Especially when you're trying to complete something and then a Borg cube comes out of nowhere and just blows you out of the water.
Yes,
Staying with
Captain.
them.
Updating target.
Alright, their hull is 71% at this point.
Firing.
You can target subsystems. This will change it from like a pew 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 to like an actual phaser. We'll target weapons and see what that looks like.
Shields, 25%.
There it goes. So that means that you're actually targeting subsystems. You're focusing your fire there. It's kind of strange, but it is what it is. And you can actually see on the left-hand side, weapons 79%. Oh, dude, come on.
Affirmative. Full power to shields.
It's a bird of prey. I should not be losing to a bird of prey. I'm taking over. Okay. Do they not... Like, this guy's at 3,000 trying to turn when you can just... You can reverse or 1/3. My X-Wing days, I'm just saying. Why aren't you shooting? Are you not gonna shoot? Thank you. Alright. Back up. Yeah, get him. Balance power.
Understood. Balancing power.
Repair. Balance that.
Repair crews are en route.
I'm gonna get destroyed because my awful... Just destroy the damn thing. Alright, I'm gonna have to, like...
Sensor array damaged.
Yeah, it's not worth targeting subsystems, in my
Aye,
opinion.
aye, Captain. Locking new target. Engaging target.
Engines fully restored.
Engines restored.
Alright, just kill him.
Aye, Captain.
It seems to be a lot more effective just to go after the hull and be done with it. Oh, he's fleeing, okay. Alright then, so I'm down to 57% health and I have no way to repair it. So, alright, I'm gonna arm torpedoes for my next set of attacks. So what are we supposed to do now? Fly through the anomaly to gather particles using the ship's ram scoops. Okay, that must be over, okay. Unfortunately, if the target is too far away, you cannot tell your helmsman
Fully operational.
to actually, like, go to that location. Like, I can't click on the exclamation point here. I can click on that anomaly and go, you know, go to it, but, I can't, yeah, I actually have to take
Laser
control
fire
here.
control restored.
Alright.
Laser array restored.
Alright, so now we're heading in that direction. I could say set speed, ahead full, but hitting approach target, I don't have anything targeted right now. Let's see here.
Aye,
Balance.
Captain. Equalizing power.
We're not in combat right now. This game was clearly designed for VR because, like, when you move your mouse over something, it takes, like, almost a full second for it to register. So, like, I know I'm, like, sort of complaining a lot, but it's a shame because there's very few games out here like this, and this could have been so much more. You know how many Star Trek fans would love a modern-day simulator like this? How many people still play Star Trek Bridge Crew? I'm just saying, like, there are a ton of people that still play Star Trek Bridge Crew, and that game is, you know, on the older side. So, like, why not do this? I'm sure licensing may have something to do with it, but... Alright, how close are we? I don't like that it's so far away. Yeah. Collision?
We have a massive subspace energy surge approaching.
Was that the Nexus? I guess.
The surge will overload any subsystems in use.
Well... Shields are up, so I think we should be okay.
Our warp core is critical.
Torpedo
Shield
launch
emitters are
damaged.
offline.
Seriously?
Shields.
The surge has passed.
Warning.
Damage assessment is underway.
Oh man, that little thing just messed us up. How bad is it over here? I can only imagine. Engines offline. Let's look at the... oh my gosh, look at all this stuff. Shield emitters. Okay, so the way repairs work, we get these little wrench icons, and we can assign them to various systems. Okay, so now it's just a matter of fixing everything. And now we're slowing to a crawl. We will eventually get there. Okay, the anomaly is actually coming up. Anomaly, there we go. So, let's go to full, let's go to full speed.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Such as it is. And then approach target. At some point here, Lieutenant Tanar will fix everything, but like, this is it, really. Like, again, with 5 missions, and then with the DLC, that whole Borg thing, and then there's a tutorial in the Kobayashi Maru, that's it. I feel like...
Over here.
oh, crap. Oh, wonderful.
I've got a new contact. Hostile.
Can I outrun them? They are closing.
Captain, we've got an incoming hail. Opening channel.
You are the best the Federation has to offer.
I'm gonna have to take over.
Warning. Hull integrity at 50%. Shield emitters damaged.
And I think that is the end of the Aegis. Oh no.
Damaged.
Shoot! We may be, like, completely...
Damaged.
yeah. We have no weapons, we're screwed. Oh, we have weapons!
Engines damaged. Engines damaged.
Hostile retreating.
Phaser
One
array
hostile destroyed.
damaged.
No additional hostiles on sensors.
Shield emitters damaged.
Whew! Alright then. Where do we stand? 34% hull, that's wonderful. Okay, we want to go that way. And... yeah, turn around. Actually, he can do it. Approach
Aye,
target.
aye, Captain.
So the bridge is on fire, that's completely fine. Like, I applaud the idea of this game. Like, I love that one person is on engineering fiddling with stuff. I love that one person's on tactical, on helm. I like that. That's really cool. Like, there's very few games out there that have that. If you guys are interested, there are a couple of other games out there that you may find interesting. One of which being Pulsar. That game is fantastic. It's not Star Trek, but you can assume the role of a particular class, like engineer, science.
Hazard detected.
What now?
We have casualty reports for Deck 9 and 14.
Warning. Hull integrity at 25%.
Oh, we don't have any shields, that's why.
Warning. Environment exceeding ship tolerance.
The ram scoops have been configured for plasma collection. This will go more quickly the greater our velocity.
Warning.
Don't worry, we're gonna get the gas in our engines, even if we have to blow up to do it. This is probably fine for me because I want to show off some of the other models too. Yeah, that's it. If we had shields up, we could have like survived that, and the we could have survived that, and we would have picked up the gas, and we would have gotten out of there. But yeah, but we still like succeeded. Weather Rogue Energy Wave, perform Buzzard Collection. Oh, that succeeded. Interesting. So I got a small amount of XP for that, but, you know, so it goes. I'll quickly show off, if you guys are interested, the original Enterprise. And we'll do something similar, I guess. Just give me Patrol. I know little about this one in the Enterprise D. I've only done it a couple of times, but it's still fun. It'll be interesting to see the differences.
Captain's log supplemental. Following a short debrief at Starfleet headquarters, we are returning to the trench, this time on a routine patrol mission. We are to offer assistance to those who need it.
Like, look how
Recent
good this
hostile
is. Look how
activity
good
dictates that we keep
this
our guard
looks.
up. Better to be dressed and uninvited then late to the party.
I feel like the developers, like, made 50% of a game, and then, like, oh, this is good enough. Alright, so as you can see, a little different in the way everything
Opening
looks.
channel.
Captain, this is Dr. Shear of the Federation Science Council. I requested Starfleet assign me the best to help with my research into the unique nature of the trench. Your reputation precedes you, and I have high expectations. Don't let me down.
What does that mean?
So,
Captain, I'm updating
yes,
your panel.
thank you. I love, look how good this is. Like, this is awesome, okay? And that klaxon, that was totally from the animated series. That wah. If I can, the problem is, hear that? Yeah, that is definitely the animated series. What sucks with this ship is that buttons are hard to actually press. Like if you hover your mouse over something, it doesn't always register right. Like trying to select the correct button, it doesn't always work. But I love that these switches are functional. It is so good. But this is one that would take time. But I feel like, again, there should have been some more work put into this aspect of it. Like, yeah, it's intentionally hard, but that's stupid. You're going to go to the trouble to design a set like this and have all coal stations and then make it
Moving into the anomaly.
Uh-oh. You're going to have all this set up, but you aren't going to, like, design it in such a way that it's user-friendly enough for people to get into. Engineering okay, so tactical takeover. So this is what tactical looks like. Again, there are no, like, tooltips. You just have to button mash until you find what you're looking for. I think I just disabled some. I don't know what I don't know. But that is that. Let's go back and see what the Enterprise looks like, or the Enterprise D looks like real quick. Return to briefing room. I'm not going to waste your time trying to figure that out. And then close, and then next gen, just to show you what that looks like. There's also, I'll go ahead and enable the Borg scenario, just for funsies. We'll get our butts kicked, probably. But at least you'll get to see the model. And they even got the classic LCARS menu.
Captain's log supplemental. We are on the run from the Borg. They repair damage at an unprecedented rate, and grow stronger as they adapt to our weaponry. The good news is that Starfleet designed a set of prototypes to counteract the Borg's superior technology. All we have to do is recover them.
Beautiful. Love it.
Captain, despite the disarray of our operations in the trench, Starfleet is confident that they can supply the locations of the anti-Borg prototypes to us. The Borg are triangulating our position. We don't have much time before they catch us.
Understood. Shields raised. Arming torpedoes.
Alright, I have no idea where anything is, so... well, at least we'll get to see a little bit of it. We'll quickly... Oh, there's the Borg.
Captain, we've been detected.
New contact. One hostile.
Pad.
We are the Borg. We will add your biological and technological distinctiveness to our own. Lower your shields and surrender your ship.
Doesn't sound like the Borg to me, but so it goes.
The Borg can be forced into a shutdown state if we do enough damage, temporarily increasing our odds of success.
Alright, while we're doing that, let's just quickly take a look at the different stations. There's tactical up here.
Marked a prototype from Starfleet on your map.
Alright, let's... I don't want to interrupt what the tactical should be doing.
Panel, Captain. The
Alright.
Borg are repairing. We do not have long before they reactivate.
Alright, maybe we should warp out, assuming I can find it. Impulse, warp, it wants me to go there, I think? Flight control... No. Again with the whole buttons operations, maybe? No, that's engineering. Prepare warp, there we go.
Torpedoes on safe.
Preparing for warp. Diverting power.
Warp course plotted. Aligning warp vector.
Engage.
Warp coils ready.
Charged.
Will you please drive this ship? I could have been lined up already, just saying. But the Borg will chase you throughout this entire scenario. It's maddening.
Course plotted. Aye.
We're clear.
Plotting course.
Particle ring, okay. Prepare impulse.
Allocating engine power for impulse.
Laying course for impulse.
That must be ops on the left there. Power, yes, yeah, okay. Typically that would be the engineering console behind tactical, but yeah.
We're ready to go.
Video games. Alright, go.
Aye, Captain.
I sincerely hope they come out with a new Star Trek game like
They
this.
know we're here.
Sorely
It's
needed.
charging up to fire.
Oh, wonderful.
We're
Stranded in the path of that machine. Some of my crew made it to the escape pods before.
Is that the Doomsday machine? Oh, I don't care. I'm going after it. That is awesome.
There is too much interference for our transporters. We need to fly through the machine's anti-proton field and use the ship's Bussard collectors and gather particles so we can recalibrate.
I've never seen that in this. Oh, that is so cool. I better drive this thing, just saying. Flight, take over. Yeah, this is gonna hurt. There's this anti-proton beam. I just want to see the front of it before the Borg show up, that's all. I need more power to the engines. Operations. Let's...
Acknowledged.
The transporter is recalibrated and ready.
Warning.
Entering the
Environmental
anomaly.
hazard detected.
Oh boy. There it is. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, this is so cool. I've never seen this before. This game continues to surprise me. Star Trek Online did the same thing. I loved seeing random stuff like this. Oh, wow. Alright, well...
Shield strength at 50%. Our shields are at 25%. We just lost our shields.
This is the smartest thing to do. I'm pretty much... Yeah, that was Commander Decker right there, I'm just saying. Worth it. Alright, folks, there you go. Star Trek Bridge Crew. I feel like at this point, get it on a deep sail if you don't mind playing with just solo, just by yourself. Again, online is probably not going to be supported for a whole lot longer. Who knows when that's going to happen. I don't even know if co-op works anymore. But matchmaking does work, but again, you really have no control over that, like what you get. So like, and the missions are very short too. So like, this is something I would get for nostalgia purposes, like, on a deep sail, but that's just my opinion. I think that the game, I don't know, it was good for its time, and it needed like 50% more content to get it to where it needed to be a proper game, but it never happened. That's how I feel about this. So I think Star Trek Bridge Crew 2, if it ever happens, should be this plus another 50% of stuff. Like, 5 missions, really? I mean, come on. Also, you can't repair at a space dock or something. There's space docks in the game, but you can't interact with them, which is so silly. So, yeah, get this at your own risk. Again, it's janky in some places, especially if you're using a mouse, trying to touch certain buttons on the other models aside from the Aegis. That can be a little troublesome, but it's a Star Trek game, and I enjoy playing it from time to time. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I happen to publish. This is Vince, thanks for watching, and I will catch you all next time. Take care.